Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Christa, welcome to Popternative. Thank you so much for your time.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I love this show, and I can't wait for people to see it in the new year. I just can't wait. Complex characters all around, every character, including yours, very complex. What is that mindset from an acting perspective, transferring over that complexity from the page to the screen specifically with shrinking as well?
Well, it's so well written. It's so well written, the show. And so you're getting a lot of it there. And I think, and the cast is so different and then being able to interact with different people in the cast who have different energies brings out those layers naturally.
Yeah, absolutely. Your character is figuring things out. There is like tension here and there, but it comes from a good place. We're not going to go into big spoilers and everything, but what is that kind of mindset where there's push and pull, where there is, your character, Jason Segel's character, don't see eye to eye at times, but you mean well, right? That's an interesting thing to see as well in the show.
Yeah, I think she has good intentions. I also think she's accountable. When it dawns on her, it dawns on her. And I think she needs to figure out some things in her life, and that's hard to do for anyone.
I totally agree with you. During the pandemic, we in this show, Christa, all the characters are doing soul searching, self-reflection. And during the pandemic, last few years, we've been doing a lot of soul searching and self-reflection because frankly, we have had the time to do so. Yeah. So I feel like shrinking becomes instantly more relatable to the audience member because of that self-reflection. Have you thought about that at all? Does that come to mind at all specifically? I feel like there's a relatability factor there with a lot of these characters more because of the pandemic.
Well, I feel like a lot more of my friends got into therapy in the pandemic. People had time to do it. Also, you could Zoom anybody in the country and find a great fit. And people talk about it more, I think, now.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. The show has a lot of heart. The show has very moments where you're going to be very emotional and very sad as well. Do you see that blend and that combination of the heart and a lot of the drama, when you're also going to film it? Because reading the script, it's there. The writing is so good. But there is that blend that I think it just makes this an incredible show. Do you notice that when you're filming it specifically?
Yeah, I do notice it. And I also notice that, if there is a real moment, a sad moment, sometimes it's cut up with some humor, but a lot of times it sits there.
Yeah, it does sit there. When they get a chance to watch, because it's premiering January 27th on Apple TV Plus Shrinking, when they get a chance to watch it, what are you hoping they get out of it takeaway-wise?
I think there's joy there. I think it's authentic. It's joyful. I think everyone can relate to all the different characters because everyone's so different. And I think it's funny.
It is. That's so well said. January 27th is going to be premiering Shrinking on Apple TV Plus. Christa, thank you so much for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.